Hold on, we have mental illness in chat. Vaush, how can you reconcile almost all so-called TERFs being sexual assault victims and not take their opinions remotely seriously? I don't understand what the correlation there is. What? I'm not sure if I understand what, I literally don't logically understand what if you've been sexually assaulted, you're more valid in being bigoted against another group of people? I don't get it. Also, yeah, we're on a different topic right now. I had to engage. Pretty sure they're asking that if they're an SA victim and they hate trans people for being potential rapists, why don't you take them seriously? Well, I understand that's what they're asking. I'm just like asking for the correlation, I guess. Like, how does I'm gonna guess here, I'm gonna sort of assume being sexually assaulted by a man, how does that have anything to do with like the legal rights of trans women? Doesn't seem to make sense. Like you should get, respectfully, you should get therapy. Like I just don't, like obviously sexual assault is bad, you know, but you shouldn't let that inform your political opinions and make you into Hitler. SA victims understand the dynamics of male violence against women and girls. Surely they know more than you. No, it seems kind of like a stupid argument, to be honest. You know, the group of people most supporting of trans women in the UK is lesbians. I don't like you're basic, like we're arguing fake statistics to make a fake point. Like if you assume that a person being victimized in their life means that they have better right to discriminate against others, or like better insight on complex social, cultural, and legal subjects like the preponderance of sexual violence, which isn't true, of course. You would then still have to substantiate the argument. Unfortunately for you, the truth of the matter is that trans women just don't really represent a statistically significant threat to cis women in shared spaces. If they did, there'd be data on it, but there isn't. Cis women assault cis women. Men assault lots of cis women. Years and years of this culture war, and yet no data found that trans women represent any more a threat than anyone else, really. I mean, certainly far less of a threat than cis men, so the equivocation between the two seems disingenuous. But I know you're disingenuous, so it doesn't really matter. I'll just say this. After the end of Jim Crow and forced segregation in the United States, there were lots and lots and lots of white women who also were terrified of sharing spaces with black women. They thought black women were innately more violent, and they would say stuff like, well, you know how they are. I've been victimized. How can you not know? How can you not defer to me? And the victimhood of white women was used as a weapon, and it still is, of course, to justify unjustifiable bigotry. And, you know, I think that's bullshit, and obviously I'm consistent on that point. Okay, I get to engage with one more. Trans women shoved in female prison. Sounds like lots of room to get rapes in. You need therapy. You just need therapy. I'm sorry. You need therapy. I don't actually think that your political beliefs are motivated by past experiences or trauma, because in my experience, people tend to like front that because it makes them seem more sympathetic. I think you're just kind of repulsed by trans people. But if it really is that like a man assaulted you and now you're terrified of trans women, you just need therapy. Okay, there we go. We had our moment. Guys, the culture war has been going on for a literal decade now, and there are still no pieces of scholarly evidence to support the point that they're making. There have been literally like millions of instances of trans women using women's restrooms when they go to women's prisons, like in Scotland, for example. Like we have so many data points, and trans women just aren't the violent predators that people want them to be, you know? Source the mold on my walls. Also, by the way, needing therapy isn't shameful. True, but being a bigot is shameful.